The Guardian is the 1990 film directed by William Friedkin. When the film was later shown on television, he was credited under the name of Alan Smith, which is a recognized anonymous pseudonym used by directors which choose to be disassociated from the film. The beginning of the film is a bit odd. Of course, we do have the setup, which is basically the introduction of how druids worshipped trees. Some trees had evil spirits, which implies that children were sacrificed in order to keep these evil trees alive. We then jump to an opening sequence in which a little boy is reading from a pop-up book version of Hansel and Gretel to his infant sister. The book has a very large gnarled tree which is featured in the book. It's also just a very strange series of events as the parents do walk around. They are preparing to go out. One of the things that really did catch my interest was the fact that the babysitter walks up, picks up an empty bottle and throws it in the trash can. Later, she does put the older child to bed and abducts the younger, sacrificing it to the tree. The film then skips to 3 months later. We have couple Phil and Kate who are about to have their first litter. They are looking for a nanny and employ Carmilla, who is from the Guardian Angels agency. Carmilla seems to be very perfect. She looks out for the well-being of the child. One of the first things she does do is, of course, inquire about the age of the infant. She also encourages Kate to breastfeed, as this will also help with his health, growth, development, whatnot. And she also is very keen on his blood type, I suppose, in a degree. She does inform Kate that children, once they reach 4 months of age, no longer have infant blood but fully matures to that of an adult. There is also a sequence in which Kate is painting or decorating the nursery. It also does continue with the evil tree motif, as you do see that she is painting a large tree in the left corner of the room. At one point, when out sitting or caring for the child, she is attacked by a group of drunken men. She flees into the forest and is basically protected by the tree. We see the roots tear the men limb from limb. She, oddly enough, is resting atop one of the branches nude, and for some odd reason this does remind me of a scene from The Evil Dead, just the fact that we have an evil tree attacking people. Eventually Ned, a friend of Phil and Kate, does discover how off Carmilla is and tries to get in contact with the couple to let them know. Unfortunately, he is chased home by a pack of wolves and hunted down within his own home. It's a very strange scene. It's very difficult not to laugh, as we do have these spiritual or benevolent wolves, wandering outside the home. Suddenly they're inside, they're banging at the doors, and you see a close-up of just a little paw breaking through the door. It makes absolutely no sense because, okay, wolves are very strong creatures, are very intelligent, but it's not very believable that an itty-bitty little paw can burst through even a pressed wood door. Before passing on, Ned does manage to leave a frantic phone message on Phil and Kate's answering machine, which later is discovered by Phil. He also finds a frantic message left behind by a woman who previously employed Carmilla. He does take the opportunity to look into this. He finds that she is not who she seemed or claimed to have been. Sometime after being run out of the home, their son does fall ill. They take him to the hospital, where Carmilla does return in an attempt to abduct the child as the time is nearing to sacrifice to the tree. Phil does come to the rescue, takes the children from the evil nanny's hands and backhands her. They then flee, return home. Unfortunately, they are unable to stay within the safety of their home because these wolves have once again returned. They manage to get into safety, and Kate, who is locked in the vehicle, is attacked once again by these wolves. They are breaking at the glass, trying to get through. And one of the most ridiculous things about this scene is that we have a close-up of the vehicle backing up, and conveniently there is a wolf just lying down with his head right in front of the tire, just waiting to be smashed. Okay, it's believable a wolf would be back there, but I doubt he would just lie down and wait. They do make a police report, try to inform the authorities what is going on with Carmilla. As usual, the authorities are not very used useful, basically don't turn up any results at all. They do return home, they decide to move out, and as they are packing up their things, Kate does stay behind with the child. Phil goes off to slay the tree. This is when Camilla does appear in her true form, which is somewhat of a half-human, half-tree, 60s body paint looking getup. Camilla tries to convince Kate to hand over the child, as she must sacrifice before the blood changes. It is also considered an honor that her son would live within this tree, of course. Kate, being the selfish person that she is, wants to keep her son for herself. Phil is hacking down the tree. We also encounter somewhat of another Ash moment as the branches and roots are attacking him. He does manage to cut into the tree and blood just basically sprays from the tree all over his face. He does manage to take the tree down, and as the tree is disemboweled, Camilla also dies. Somehow they happen to be connected. One of the odd things about this to me is obviously she's targeting families that live near the forest or near the woods where this tree is located. Does not anyone listen to the news that there are child abductions or missing children? It just makes absolutely no sense that people are not aware or uncare of this situation. The film also strangely opens and closes with a close-up of an owl. An owl typically is a symbol of knowledge. In this case, I'm really not too sure what the symbology of this might mean other than take care of your own damn kid. That is pretty much it for today. I will talk to you later.